viewers, welcome again to Acts 25. We are here in Tobago as we continue to bring you a series of interviews coming out from the Tobago Prison Youth Club. And as I said earlier in our first interview, we have come to Tobago to highlight the different groups in Tobago. And today we are here at the Fairfield Complex in Bakalek, Tobago, where the organizing committee have come together to pull all the clubs together to give the young people a treat. So we'll be here, and from time to time we will break away from what is going on inside to interview individuals who have been instrumental in the upbringing of this youth club in Tobago.
I would like to make mention of the president, Mr. Espinoza, the vice president, Mr. Bell, all in attendance, the acting supervisor of Tobago Prison, Mr. Sandy.
Okay, with that, I bring greetings from the prison's executive, the commissioner, and the members of the executive of the prison service. And so this evening, I just want to say how thankful, how grateful I am to be with you all here this evening. And I just want to call a few names this evening, those that we have done work within the Prisons Youth Club in Tobago. And so I want us to recognize this evening Miss Hercules. Where's Miss Hercules? Right. We have from Patience Hill, we have Miss Job, and I'm only calling those who are here. Right, we have Mommy Jules, Mom Grace, we have Rona and Etlin from Lansbury. We really appreciate what you have been doing, not only you, but everybody who work with the youth clubs. The youth club is important because it's for the children, and we have always to remember our motto is towards the upliftment of youth.
We have one of the stalwarts, a person who has been here for close to 15 years, who was instrumental in getting the youth club off the ground, Miss Juliana Cowan. Miss Cowan, good afternoon, and it's a pleasure to be chatting with you.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Now, you are from the Mount Grace Harmony Hall community.
Yes.
Before we get into the aspect of the Prison Youth Club, tell us a bit about who don't know about your community.
Tell us who don't know?
Yeah, what's for like me, I don't know much about your community.
Oh, well, my community is a small community. Okay? It's a small community, but we are very, very talented. Okay? We like culture, we like everything to bring up a village, right? And before I tell you about me, I will tell you about the village.
Yeah.
Well, we had at one time seen that the village had so much had cultured. We had asked, I decided, seeing other villages came up with heritage. So I decided, and I look around and I see where we could bring off that kind of production. So I think it over, and I went to a gentleman called Mr. Bernie Jack, and he accepted the idea that I came up with. Then we went to the president of the village council and also the secretary of the village council, and they all agreed. We come together, and then I started off with them, telling them what I know concerning about, and it's Christmas custom of yesterday, and telling about what I know about Christmas in Mount Grace in our village. And he, as an elder person than I, he now come in, all make up a package, and we started off what we used to do.
Towards the upliftment of youth. That is what the youth club is about. Uplifting youth. Making sure that the youths of our nation develop in a proper way. That our youths do not get delinquent, but contribute to the society that we belong to. And so the youth clubs are very, very important. Also, I want to remind you that we ought to keep the youth club in mind. We ought to have vision for the youth club. What is your vision for the youth club? I want us to have, each club have a vision, not just a calendar of event, but a vision that will take the youth club far beyond the current year that we have. And so our vision for the youth club is that our youths would grow, that our youth clubs would grow. And let me say, it's time for Tobago to have 2 more youth clubs. And we need to work on that in 2015, right? We need to work on developing 2 more areas, 2 more districts, 2 more communities in Tobago, so that our organization, the Trinidad and Tobago Youth Club, will be represented in these communities. There are a lot of youths out there. Once we approach them, once we get officers and people in the community to work with them, that we are going to see changes. There's so much cry in our society about the youth, but I believe in youths because youths will be the leaders of tomorrow.
So after all these years, how has the community grown?
Well, the committee been growing because they had they used to have people coming in and doing different things like food preparation, all handicraft and all the rest of things. And I was involved in it. I was in the village council from 1968, 69 till this 2014. I'm still there.
Right. Now, prison youth group.
Prison youth
How
group.
you got involved in this prison youth
Well,
group?
after the lady Miss Bell, as I told you about, came and was talking that, look, we want to raise a prison youth club in Mongrace. And everybody, well, they come to me because I am a people person.
And you could organize.
And I could organize.
Yeah.
And everybody look up to me.
Yeah, they respect you.
Respect. Whether you're older than me, you're younger than me, you're small, whatever, everybody look up to me as a person, people person. So they come and they're asking around, and as I could talk, I go around and everybody asking the youths, and everybody decided yes, and they're asking me if I'll be there, and I said yes, and whilst I'll be there, everybody there, because manners make it man. And as when people say, you show me your company, you tell me who you are. You understand me? So by that is so we go around and we get up until it. And then after we was going so well, because I even raised up I had a youth group called with girls club with 19 girls, girls alone, and all was home by me, my place, and asking them what they want. So they said they want dancing. So I went around and I went to community development in that time, and everybody agreed with what I want to come up, and everybody decided, well, yes, I want to put something out, and we started out right there. And we had a group called Katumba Dance Group, which is from the prison. It's from the prison, okay? And from that, well, everybody, some went to do the educational business and so forth, so the group went right down to only 3. 4, myself and 3 others, because everybody went away, and this lady that is standing there, she is the president of the group. So she was involved in it, but after she went out to college and things, she went right down. And while we were there, they said, Mammy Jews, that is them, give me that name, Mammy Jews, it's 3 of us, let us continue, keep it up. And I stood up there with them from that time till this present night. And right now, presently, I have over nearly 50
Children.
children, and their parents include, right? Yeah, and they said, let us, and I started doing it. And when the prison went to Trinidad, Grenada, went to go Grenada, I started to sell things because I wanted. They said, Mammy Jews, we are not leaving you because you stand up to see, hold on to that post, hold on to that prison youth club, because it was nice. Because I like the children, I love children, and I love the children behave themselves. You see me, you wouldn't believe it's me. You understand?
I know young people, you must be young.
Yeah, yes. And they stood up,
Yeah.
and I stood up with them. So when they said I was going to Grenada, some of them didn't have their passport and what have you, but I went with them. I was there with them.
Those of us and those of you in Tobago who are working, I want to encourage you this evening. Do not get weary in good works, please. Do not get weary in good works. At times it's hard, at times we have challenges, at times we feel that it's the best thing to do is to put our hands in the air and stop, but that's not the best thing. Let's continue, because again, it's not about the adults, but it's about the youth. So I want to say this evening, I'm not going to be long, I want to say this evening, I am thankful that we can gather here. I was sort of sorry that we could not do it in December, but here we are this evening, gathered here as the members and as the caretakers of the youth club, the Tobago arm. And so we must dedicate ourselves to go forward. We must dedicate ourselves to go beyond what we have at this point in time. So let us dedicate ourselves towards the upliftment of youth, towards the carrying on of the youth clubs. And so again, on behalf of the Commissioner and the Executive, I say thank you, God bless you, and many, many, many goodness for 2015. Thank you very much.
It wasn't help from the Prison Youth Club, because remember the dormant, you had to call it a kind of dormant.
Yeah.
It was my little pension I have. Yeah, here we're telling you. And when I get a little money from her, I used to make porn. The prison officers and them, they used to come and they supported me. The prisoners supported me. £7 a pound. By the time I done make £15 a pound, all went. Those are around, and the people around in my area, my village and the environs, they supported me because what I've been doing for the children and what I'm still doing for them, and I continue, and I would not stop.
Looking back now at the group of children that you have, how, in what area you have seen growth?
Yeah.
How has these children grown or changed from the inception when they came into you first time?
Well, when they come into me, you know, children have their behavior. They have to sit, they have to say good afternoon, they have to pray, and all this sort of thing. That is what brings them up. And when they have to say miss or mistress or call you auntie or whatever, that is how I have to start off with them. And believe me, don't regret being with those children.
Any of those children have grown up and gone on to any?
Yes. My granddaughter, she was she danced until she went to Hollywood.
Okay.
She danced and go to Hollywood and come back. And we have Yui. She doing what's she doing again there? Fashion.
And
right.
they came into the club at a tender age?
From tender age and come up, but they went so when they come back, so now all of them in it now.
So they have come back now to lend that support?
Yes, right.
So you have a support base
man
now?
Man are bright like that.
Yeah, you're bright like that, you're bright like a bulb.
Yeah, right like. But and the ideas it come into them, and everything I say with them.
Yeah.
I say, like a little, not too long ago, I was saying to them, to her and to them, I say, we have to do something, you must try to do something where some of them, they don't do. So I asked them if they like, well, I like to play, what I tell you, with the ball.
Rounders?
Rounders.
Yeah. Them sure they know about that now?
No, well, I don't want them to do. I just tell them,
yeah.
I was telling Mr. Bell, we are coming for you this time because we went down to Trinidad.
Yeah.
And believe me, we just started to go and we win with the Maypole. We start about in May when everybody come in May last year. And when we hear about the Maypole competition, then we go for it.
Yeah, only win them.
But we win them. We bring first in the village. And we bring third in the overall village was 40 something, and we win that. We come third. We come back again. Going down in Trinidad for them. You know what we used to do? We were selling things, and what little stipend we get, we've been selling things. We use cardboard and make slippers. We strip the feed bag and we make the clothes, the costume. We go down there for them in Trinidad, cut their throat. And I tell Mr. Bello, we coming for them this time, wait. I have a production putting on.
Yeah. I see you have a smile on your face, right? But what is one thing in the 15 years of you being associated with this club that when you sit down, you know, it brings a joy to you that you just can't help it but have a smile on your face?
The children.
Children.
And the communication with the village, with the children.
Before we end, we've seen so much of problems with the young people. Parents and can't handle children, all kind of
But it's how it,
what piece of advice, watching the camera and
Yes.
giving people a piece of advice too.
all right.
Bring out the cane,
Bring
bring out the cane.
You have to bring out the cane. You could bring out the cane sometimes. Sometimes they want the cane. Because the cane, they say the cane does kill. The cane don't kill nobody. You understand? The cane don't kill nobody. My advice to them, you have to put your children and sit down and talk to them. Have a good relationship with your children and that they can't hide nothing from you. They will come to tell you. Whatever, don't care what they're doing, they will tell you. And that is what the children do to me. That is what have me here. They will come, leave their parents, don't tell them, but they will come and see the Mommy Jews, you know, so and so. And I will say, no, it's the way you talk to children. You must have a way at speaking to children in a nice way that children will understand. But you know when Mommy Jews tell me she right? No, don't do that, because when you misbehave like that, you end up in YTC down there, because we took the children down there before then when Carla Beach was there with us at that time in. Yeah, and we take them down there and all this sort of thing. So I have a wide experience every single thing. And I love the children them. And the parents and the children, they love me to that. You don't come and bar talk and say nothing about
They
me.
love it to death.
They love me to everything. Don't come to tell me, say nothing.
Yeah.
So I like parents to sit with their children. Talk to them nice. You have the time you will rough them up. You're roughing them up because you don't want your children to be like you. You want your children to come out good. You understand what I mean? So you have to talk to them in a tangible way and show them the way you brought up. And how we brought up long time is not the way children going to be brought up now.
Yeah,
Because long ago we used to beat a lot, but now you could sit and talk to your children in a tangible way. And don't embarrass children nowadays. Do not embarrass children outside nowadays because it will be very bad. Sit with them. Talk to them nice. That is me.
Well, Mommy Jews is call you.
Yes,
I'm
everybody.
taking the privilege to call you Mommy Jews.
Yes.
I want to say thank you very much for spending this time with us.
Yeah.
And we hope that we can get another 15 plus another 15 of your involvement with the children. Because
Yeah.
that's what we need right now. And we want to wish you and the Mount Grace Harmony Hill Prison Youth Club all great success. And we hope that they will, at the end of the day, everyone who in the club or who might be outside the club will appreciate what you're doing for the community.
Yes, well, because we just have a evening class. Like we have our meeting is every Tuesdays, and on Tuesdays our meeting we just let the children bring their school books, and she's the teacher, she's the president. She bring their school. We taught them how to do spelling. Sometimes they don't know our riddle. Sometimes you bring them long time thing and give them, let them feel nice. You can't sit down one time every time you want thing. Give them something to laugh.
Thank you again and blessings.
Bless you.
Well, there you heard it from Miss Juliana Cowan, better known as Maggie
Love.
Jean, the person responsible for the establishment of the Mount Grace Harmony Hill
Love is
Prison
all. Youth club.
Youth Club. So
Love.
we want to thank her for spending this time with us. As I said before, we are here at the Fairfield Complex in Bacarat, Tobago, where the prison arm has come together to give the children of the different groups a treat. So we'll be here, and from time to time we'll break away from what is going on inside to interview individuals who have been instrumental in the upbringing of this youth club in Tobago.
We would now like to have a distribution of some memorabilia for four past youth club members. They died, and we would just like to pass on some memorabilia to their family. The 4 people were Peaches Debro, Karen John, Lawrence Kerr, and Miguel Mulligan.
So I just want to say thank you for Lawrence. Time I have known Lawrence. Lawrence is an excellent young man, very willing, always smiling, always happy, and the privilege of knowing him, I cherish that. Thank you.
Welcome back to Fairfield Complex in Back Lake, Tobago. As I said, we are continuing talking to people who have been responsible and instrumental in the starting and the upbringing of the Trinidad and Tobago Prison Youth Club. And we have one Miss Etlin Chance. Now Miss Chance here is representing the president. She will be soon elected president, but it has not been confirmed as yet. Is it, or?
You can say so.
Well, let's say the president in waiting. Welcome to Acts 25. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Now, you are a member of the Lance Fermi Village
Prison Youth Club.
Lance Fermi Village Prison Youth Club.
Yeah.
How long have you been associated with this club?
Well, I am being associated with the club and happy and proud to say for the last 20 years.
That's a very long time.
Very, 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 very long active time.
But it appears that the prison youth clubs in Tobago, well, I know the clubs were actually started in Tobago because I just spoke to one other person who has been there 15 years. So it appears that the prison youth club has been existing before the police youth clubs and other youth clubs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Now, what was the main purpose of you starting a prison youth club?
Well, the main purpose of starting a prison youth club, it started, I think, in 1994. And Mistress Merle Hercules, who is still around.
Yes, I had a pleasure of speaking with her.
Yes, a very dynamic woman.
Yes, yes.
Thanks, people.
Yeah.
And she brought a few officers into Lance for me and introduced them from the prison youth club. They're wanting to find ways and means to kind of have youths more or less occupied so that they would not get themselves into this kind of trouble or whatever. And we took up the mantle and went with it. And as for now, we haven't regretted it at all. We sort of keep the youths away from trouble. Our meetings are held every Monday night. There are different activities. Different Mondays you have the general meeting night, you have the activities night, you have the nights to meet and greet and share, more or less. Look, if you have a problem or whatever, you share it with one another. But our main idea or main factor is to keep the youths occupied.
How large is your group?
Our group, Nikia, is there about 54 to 60 members, and it's growing. It's growing.
Okay. When you look at your group, what sort of changes you have seen in the young people since the exception of the club, when they came into the club, right? What sort of changes you have seen with these young people since you have joined the club actually?
Well, Mr. George, we have had a lot of changes because our children learn to speak out.
Yeah.
We have since generate a dance group. The group even went as far as Carriacou in Grenada. This group, our dance group, came first in the Best African Dancers, and from that generating we have work children, even from the experience, learning to speak out, have expanded so far that we have them in different, we have policemen, we have children, even become prison officers now, we have Coast Guard, because what we do is kind of link them with the different military forces so that they could have a wide experience. So, we really are grateful for the prisons. And I think that we are going very fast because from this, Landstrom is very small but large in doing things. And our area representative, thank God for her, Tracy Davidson Celestine, saw the need for us having our own youth club. So we were presented the last 2 years with our own Y zone where we have our own computers, a building that the young people could go and express themselves more, get access to the internet, know what's going on here, know what's going on there. So Lansing is more or less moving on.
Okay. What are some of the challenges you face within the club?
Well, some of the challenges sometimes is coming out early to meetings. And sometimes you find where if you do not have enough activities, it's sort of this young people sort of a stray. So we more or less have activities sort of to keep them, like sports and different a lot of different things to keep generating members. That is where we came up with 54 and counting members.
Kathleen, it was indeed a pleasure. Let me wish you and the community and your group all the best. And I hope when I next visit you, I will hear that you have grown from 54 to over 100. We had the pleasure of speaking with Ms. Chance. As I said, we are here at the theatre complex where the children in a while is going to be treated with gifts and other things. So when we come back, we should be starting with the function. So stay tuned. This is Arts Television and we are here in Tobago.
Ms. John, again, we want to thank you for the opportunity of knowing your son and for allowing him to be part of our prison youth club.
Now, Chantal, tell us a bit about the prison youth club. How long, or could you remember the amount of years you have been involved with the prison youth club?
Right, I can't remember exactly how much years, but it's been a lot. I could say about probably 10 years. Years about that. Because since I'm a little girl, going to the prison youth club.
Who or what encouraged you to get involved with the prison youth club?
Well, there's this lady, the president, which is Valerie Koshi. She's the one, she encouraged the young people of Burning also to join the youth club because she was telling us that it have a lot of benefits in it for us as young people. We learn a lot of things, and it was true. Going through the years of the prison youth club, I learned a lot, and it helped me to develop my personality as a young man.
What are some of your activities you all have in the club?
In the club in Colamine,
Yeah.
we have activities like we have like games, like play different games that we used to play a long time, and all these things. We might have learn new things that we didn't know from before, and all these things.
What would you say as a young person to another young person? We have seen so many negative things that said about young people today. We are also seeing so many young people get themselves involved in all sorts of different crimes, unwanted pregnancies, all these different things. As a young person who has passed through the prison club, what advice you would give to another young person?
Advice that I would give to this young person is that keep your head on no matter what, because in life they must have a downfall sometime in life, but they must get up back and go again. You don't just give up. You just go again, or you can speak to some elder person that might be able to encourage you to do something. So don't just give up. Try and try again.
What will you tell somebody to encourage them to join any prison youth group? Why? Why should I join the prison youth group?
I will tell a person the reason to join the prison youth club is because it have a lot of opportunities there for you to learn and for you to develop a good personality, make them a better person of tomorrow, because they say the young people is the future of tomorrow. So I will just tell them that it will help them a lot. They will learn things, they might go places, things that they never did before, they will be able to do it and all these things.
Chantal, it was a pleasure, and let me wish you and your group all the best, and keep your head up. And as president, you know you have it's a huge role, because everybody will be looking at you as the exemplar and the leader. So again, I hope and pray that you do the right thing, and that the Golden Lane Club will go from strength to strength.
behalf of the Prison Service Youth Club, we want to say thank you for the privilege of having Peaches with us.
Because we are talking about somebody who died. We're talking about an officer who dedicated his life to the youth club. We're talking about an officer who was with us from the beginning. Anytime you come to Tobago, you would see him. We are talking about one called Noel Melville. You remember that name? If you remember that name, tell me amen. Because this is a fella who went all the way to make sure things happen in Tobago. He was one of the earlier trendsetters, one of the earlier pioneers. And he died. He left us. And today we want to take that time off to remember Melville. One, for the work that he has done. And he was one of us. So could we stand and be silent for a while and remember Melville, a hard worker, a dedicated individual, one who moved night upon night visiting clubs and making sure things was in order. And as we stand, we will remember all the rest of the fallen soldiers because everybody was important. The part that you play in life while you live is very important. So we were alive. Could we take that time off to remember they all?
Welcome back to the Fairfield Complex in Back Tobago, and I think I have the final person representing the Trinidad and Tobago Prison Youth Club in Tobago. She is the Vice President of the Patience Hill Police Youth Club, Cherise Elliott. Cherise, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Before I get into the Prison Youth Club, tell me a bit about Patience Hill. What's the village like? You know, what sort of activities you all have up there?
What kind of?
Activities they have up there?
Patience is a small village. Not much activities. Quiet. It's very quiet.
What about crime?
Crime? No. Little crime.
Yeah.
It's not no crime.
Okay, so it's a crime-free village.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a bit about your involvement in the Prison Youth Club.
My involvement in the...
When it started, how long you joined? And
I joined the Prison Club roughly about 7 years ago when I was still in primary school. Prison Club helped me develop as a young person and I'm helping other young persons develop.
Were you forced to join the club?
No,
or?
I was invited.
Okay.
And with the invitation I stayed.
Okay. How large is the group?
The group roughly has 30 members.
30 members. And what days you all come together and have your discussions and things like that? What days you have?
Huh?
What days you come out to have your meetings and things like that?
Every Friday at 5.
Okay. How is the group involved in the community? Do you all do anything in the community? You know, what the group does? You know.
Well, the group has several projects that we do, like a cleanup campaign, which will go to different parts of the village and clean. We help the young, the old, in any way that we can.
Okay. How do you all solicit new members? You just go out. You know, how do you encourage people to join the group?
Well, we try to tell them about our programs. Well, try to anything marketable.
Anything marketable.
Yeah.
And since you have been in the group, what are some of the changes? And not with yourself, right? But other members. You know, I mean, you must have seen some of the members the way they came in. You know, and over the period of time, what sort of changes you have seen in them?
Well, the ones that are timid, they are now outspoken. They get more interactive and stuff.
Okay. If I'm to ask you to convince me to join Patience Hill's youth club, what will you tell me to encourage me to make me want to join?
I would just tell you, you have to come. It's an experience. It's a good experience. You have to come.
It's a good experience.
Yeah.
And you seem to be one of the younger vice presidents in the group, right? How has that responsibility changed you?
It changed me in terms that I become more responsible. So I will have to control the younger ones, make sure to hold them in shape. So it has developed me and developed young.
And you're still at school?
Yeah.
What school are you attending?
Bishop's High School.
Bishop, right. And what plans do you have for when you take over? Because eventually you're going to take over the club, right? Right.
Probably.
Not probably, you will, because you're right. But what sort of plans you have, or what ideas, new ideas you have to give the club to enhance them to grow, further?
I don't really have new ideas, but the dream just to develop young people.
Okay.
So the best they can.
It was really a pleasure, and send my congratulations to Mr. Roberts, who is the president,
PRO.
the PRO, right? And we wish you all the best, and we hope that your club are one of the clubs that will excel.
And I want to thank you for knowing Lilian. For the short time he was with us, he was well loved, very, very intelligent young man who expressed himself so eloquently for his age. And I know it was a privilege to all of us who knew him. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Espinoza and all the other invitees. I want to say welcome. I want to thank everyone who has made this occasion possible. This prison youth club. I know the youth clubs have been doing a wonderful job in preparing young men and women for society. And this is a payback for those who weren't able to have their Christmas treat last year. I want to thank everybody who made it possible for this show. And I hope that the officers who took time out to give their service will be able to continue for the rest of the year and hopefully the rest of the service in bringing young men and women to play a part in the prison service. So I hope this afternoon will be a wonderful evening, and I want you all to enjoy and to know that we all officers of the Tobago prison are in support of any venture that you all take. I want to thank you very much and have a great afternoon.